The film opens many years earlier in France, where a thief named Robin is on the run. Soldiers under Governor Mendes chase him through the city as he leaps across narrow alleys to loose them. After a long pursuit, Robin suddenly pulls his hood down and kisses a young woman to blend in. She panics and pushes him away, allowing the soldiers to spot and capture him. However, Robin secretly slips a pouch of coins into the girl's hands and escapes once again. He hides near a large, empty barrel, but the soldiers track him down. With no way out, Robin is forced to fight. A large bounty has been placed on his head, so the soldiers refuse to give up. Robin overwhelms them, stuffing several into the barrel before fleeing. Still, the soldiers keep coming, attacking with swords. He dodges and strikes back fiercely, but knowing he cannot last forever, Robin knocks them aside and races toward a nearby horse. The girl from earlier is there, realizing Robin helps the poor. She thanks him for the money and hands him the reins. As the soldiers close in, Robin mounts the horse and escapes. He later returns to his hut near the forest, where his sister Nee is waiting. She warns him that stealing from the governor and giving to the poor has made him a wanted man. If he keeps returning home, the soldiers may follow him. Robin replies that the area is remote and that the queen and governor's oppression has grown worse. Heavy taxes have left people starving, and someone must stand up for them. In the next scene, soldiers escort a man locked in a cage through the forest toward the arena. The deputy commander tells him the queen enjoys bloody slave battles, and tomorrow he will become a gladiator as punishment for stealing. Elsewhere in the forest, Robin and Nye distribute stolen food and supplies to the poor. As they hide nearby, they watch the soldiers pass. Nee points out that even minor offenders are being turned into arena slaves. Robin says the soldiers will camp ahead before reaching the castle. There may be more prisoners, and he plans to rescue them, steal more supplies, and return quickly. Nee insists on coming, but Robin refuses and tells her to wait. If he does not return within an hour, something has gone wrong. At the camp, soldiers rest with several cages of prisoners. Robin sneaks in and steals food and supplies, but makes noise and is surrounded. When an hour passes with no sign of Robin, Nee senses danger. She and the villagers use old machines to fire explosive rounds at the camp. Chaos erupts as soldiers scatter. The explosions destroy the cages, allowing the prisoners to escape and free the others. Many soldiers are burned alive in the blasts. Furious, Governor Mendes bans hunting in the forest, confiscates livestock and food, and forces villagers to surrender their money. Anyone who resists is executed publicly. Robin avoids capture by staying away, but the soldiers continue hunting him relentlessly. The scene shifts to the palace of the cruel Queen Amanda. When Mendes arrives, she mentions hearing that he has hired foreign assassins. He confirms they will kill all who oppose them without mercy. The queen coldly responds that she wants more gold and wealth added to the royal treasury. Mendes reports that they have already imposed heavy taxes and seized the people's food and property, leaving him with no further options. The queen coldly replies that he must find a way. She only cares that her treasury is full. A royal advisor suggests granting Mendes full authority as governor so he can create new laws. Without hesitation, the queen orders Mendes to slit the advisor's throat, then declares she could never find someone more ruthless than him. In the next scene, Robin sits in a city tavern discussing the state of the kingdom with acquaintances. Meanwhile, at the hut, his sister Nini is alone when Governor Mendes arrives with hired assassins, demanding to know where the traitor thief is hiding. Nini says she does not know. Mendes insults her, claiming he knows she is Robin's sister and accomplice, and vows to punish Robin with a fate worse than death. Nini spits in his face, enraging him. He stabs her in the stomach. Severely wounded, Nini tries to escape. She rushes toward the house but fails, then staggers outside, where an assassin stabs her again. She collapses in the field, bleeding heavily. Mendes stands over her cruelly, enjoying her suffering. Though unable to stand and near death, Nini declares that Robin will never forgive them. Hearing this, Mendes stabs her again and orders the assassins to desecrate her body. That night, Robin returns near the hut and witnesses the horrific abuse of his sister's corpse. He also finds a warning note from the governor on her body. With no family left, Robin's heart fills with hatred toward the queen and Mendes. He buries Nini and swears revenge. The next day, the queen hosts a grand combat tournament at the castle. The strongest warriors of the kingdom compete. She confidently tells Mendes that, as always, Max will win. The tournament begins. In the first charge, Max's opponent breaks his lance, but in the next round, Max defeats him. One by one, Max overpowers every challenger, delighting the queen. Later, Robin, drowning in grief, drinks alone in a tavern. A man warns him that the governor's soldiers are coming. Robin hides under a table as the deputy commander enters and announces a reward of 50 coins for information about Robin, while anyone who hides him will be executed. The people were disgusted by the queen and governor's cruelty. After the soldiers leave, Robin rises, intending to hunt them down. But an old man signals his followers to stop him and gently knocks Robin unconscious. After his victory, Max approaches the queen. She orders him to execute his defeated opponent. Max refuses, saying it was only a contest and the man is not his enemy. Furious, the queen insists he obey. Max replies that he is not a murderer. Enraged, she commands her guards to kill the opponent instead. Max struggles against them, declaring that even demons would not act this way. On Mendes's order, Max is arrested and thrown into prison. In the next scene, Robin awakens inside a building atop a hill. He confronts the old man, who reveals himself as an alchemist, asking why he was brought there. Robin says he intends to kill the governor's soldiers to avenge his sister. The alchemist warns that Robin is too weak. The queen and governor command armies and ruthless assassins. Acting alone would only lead to his death. Robin must grow stronger and unite those willing to fight. When that time comes, the alchemist promises his help. Taking this advice, Robin crafts a wooden mask for himself. Meanwhile, Max is shown imprisoned, brutally tortured by the queen's guards. Governor Mendes visits him, mocking him and asking whether the good-hearted demon inside him is gone. Max answers that it is not. He will always call evil by its name, even if it costs him his life. Mendes laughs and says he will not kill Max because Max is the most famous warrior in the kingdom. His punishment will be far worse than death. He orders the guards to strip Max of his clothes and throw him out. In the next scene, Robin continues his journey to find people willing to rise up against the queen. Along the way, he meets a mercenary named David, who is fishing by a pond. Robin invites him to join the fight. David replies that he fights for money. Robin admits he has none for now, but promises that once the queen's castle falls, David can take all the gold he wants. Knowing the queen's cruelty, David accepts. Together, they visit a blacksmith in the city. The blacksmith refuses to open his shop, saying he only forges weapons for the queen and those with permits. Robin tells him he has heard the blacksmith despises the governor and that he intends to kill Mendes and restore peace. The blacksmith laughs, calling Robin insane. How could two men stand against the queen and the governor? Robin responds that he does not only want weapons, but also the blacksmith's strength. Sooner or later, someone must stand up to tyranny. Seeing Robin's determination, the blacksmith finally agrees to join them. Later, they stop at an inn. While eating, Robin overhears a group of assassins bragging about how they tortured and killed the girl in the hut. When the assassins leave, Robin silently follows them and kills them one by one with his arrows. Afterward, he calmly returns to the inn. David and the blacksmith ask where he went so suddenly. Robin tells them he has just killed the men who helped the governor murder his sister. A barmaid named Freya overhears everything. David warns Robin that killing the governor's men means they must leave immediately. They depart at once, but near the castle soldiers recognize Robin and attempt to capture him. The blacksmith charges forward alone, cutting down the soldiers with incredible swordsmanship. When more soldiers swarm him, he defeats them all with speed and precision. Robin and David are astonished by his skill. That night, the three hid in the forest to rest and avoid pursuit. Freya soon finds them and warns Robin that the governor has increased the bounty on his head. She reveals that Mendes slaughtered her entire family and she wants to fight alongside them. Robin asks if she can fight. Freya swiftly draws her sword and strikes a target with perfect accuracy. Impressed, David agrees she belongs with them. The next day, the group begins training together. Meanwhile, in the royal court, the queen asks Mendes if he has found a new way to fill the treasury. He says all she needs to do is sign a declaration. Without reading it, the queen happily signs. Mendes then reveals the truth. By signing the document, she has declared him king and condemned herself to death. The queen panics, but Mendes gives her no chance to react. He plunges a dagger into her stomach, killing her on the spot. Mendes then turns to the soldiers and declares himself the new king. He warns that anyone who dares to resist will meet the same fate as the queen. Terrified, the soldiers immediately swear loyalty to him. After taking the throne, Mendes orders his army to openly plunder the people. Soldiers storm into homes, seize property by force, and brutally kill anyone who dares to fight back. Meanwhile, deep in the forest, and unaware of these events, Robin and Freya begin to grow closer. As evening falls, the group visits the alchemist. Robin tells him, "Everyone here is ready to fight Mendes." The alchemist agrees and says he will prepare a special substance that may help them in battle. Afterward, the group returns to the tavern. Robin announces that the time has come to overthrow the governor once and for all, because only then can the kingdom find peace. Everyone supports him, including the warrior Max, who has drowned himself in alcohol ever since being humiliated and cast out of the castle. Max doubts Robin, saying words are easy, but facing an entire army is another matter. He believes Robin would never even reach the castle gates. In response, Robin and the others dunk Max's head into water to sober him up. They remind him that he is a legendary warrior who knows every corner of the castle. If Max joins them, Mendes can be defeated. Wanting to end Mendes' cruelty, Max finally agrees. The group returns to the alchemist and heads for the rear wall of the castle. Max explains that cutting through the iron window bars will allow them to enter quietly. The alchemist throws acid, melting the bars instantly. Robin is the first to slip inside and immediately begins killing the guards. By the time the others follow, Robin has already pushed deeper into the castle, cutting down soldiers along the way. During the chaos, Mendes' commander suddenly holds a blade to Robin's throat as soldiers surround him. Mendes rips off Robin's mask, smashes it, and promises him a fate worse than his sister's. Seeing his sister's bracelet in Mendes' hand, Robin snaps and smashes his head into Mendes' face in pure rage. The commander punches Robin hard, blood spilling from his mouth. Before they can kill him, Robin's allies arrive. Mendes orders Robin thrown into the dungeon and commands the others to be captured. Robin and Max are imprisoned, while the rest fight their way out of the castle. They refuse to give up. The next day, the group infiltrates the castle again through the same breach, killing every guard in their path. As Freya approaches the dungeon and bends down to grab the keys, a guard spots her and beats her brutally. She struggles desperately, while Robin and Max are forced to watch helplessly from behind bars. Outside the castle, the people finally rise against Mendes. Many break in through narrow openings and clash with the soldiers. Hearing the alarm, Mendes orders all troops into position to crush the rebellion. Inside the castle, the blacksmith and David fight their way toward the dungeon, and finally free Robin and Max. The group then spreads throughout the castle, battling soldiers on every front. During the fierce battle, in one section of the castle, the governor's elite guard is brutally torturing a young woman who joined the rebellion. At that moment, Max arrives and charges in to save her. However, the guard is extremely powerful, and Max is slowly pushed into a losing position. Elsewhere, Robin and the blacksmith fight side by side against waves of soldiers, cutting them down one by one. Witnessing the chaos, Mendes grabs Freya and presses a blade to her throat, threatening Robin to surrender or watch her die. But Freya suddenly shoves Mendes away, giving Robin the opening he needs. Robin lunges forward, and a brutal duel erupts between the two. At the same time, Max's fight with the elite guard reaches its climax. When the young woman tries to help Max, the guard mercilessly smashes her with his mace, killing her instantly. Seeing this cruelty, Max explodes with rage. He attacks with everything he has and uses the guard's own weapon to kill him. Back in the main hall, Mendes begins to overpower Robin and viciously beats Freya. Just as Mendes raises his dagger to slit Freya's throat, Robin, fighting nearby soldiers, fires an arrow that pierces straight through Mendes' chest. During the final clashes, the blacksmith is struck by an arrow and sacrifices his life. With both Mendes and his elite guard defeated, the remaining soldiers drop their weapons and surrender. The battle is finally over. Robin and his companions hold a solemn funeral for the fallen blacksmith, honoring his courage and sacrifice. After witnessing Robin's bravery and sense of justice, the people proclaim him their new king. Robin marries Freya, and peace finally returns to the kingdom. And with that, the fantasy film comes to an end.